Have you ever wished you could be in a room full of like-minded women who love Jesus and are passionate about standing firm in the reason for their faith? The Women in Apologetics Conference on September 26th and 27th in Grapevine, Texas, is your chance to do just that. Inspired by the book of Philippians, our conference theme this year is Christ proclaimed side by side, and will encourage you to proclaim Christ out of goodwill for others and your love for God. Expert speakers, including Nancy Pearcey, Krista Bontrager, and several others, will address challenging cultural and theological issues, including church hurt, justice issues, the hiddenness of God, sexual identity, and more. This is a live in-person event only, no live stream. So don't miss out. Come for the wisdom, stay for the fellowship with women from all over the country, and leave encouraged to stand firm in the gospel. Grab your tickets today at womeninapologetics.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Whitney and Beth, and we're super excited to see you today. And we know you have burning questions, and we're here to give you hot answers. And I know, and it's a little off the cuff. We don't have a specific script or anything. So we have a couple things we can cover. Other than that, put your questions in the chat, and we will try to answer them as best we can. We're really excited about the conference coming up. We have some fabulous speakers, just like the graphic I had up here. We've got Amy Davison, Nancy Pearcey, Linda Cicino, Alicia Wood, Zandra Greamy, Krista Bontrager, Melissa Kane-Travis, and Michelle Marcelli. And we're just so excited that they're all coming. And we have some great breakouts planned and some great keynotes planned and some fellowship time and all kinds of awesome things ready for you. And registration we have going on right now, which has been going on for a while, but our standard rate ends July 31st. So that is coming up really fast. We want to make sure that you all are able to participate with us. We have a coupon code for you special today. That coupon code up there in the corner, WIA QA10. That'll give you $10 off registration just for being with us today. So we want to make sure you can have something special for you to be able to register before the date. So when price goes up on August 1st, it'll be $20 more, and you can still use this coupon code, but it'll take the $10 off of that increase. So if you use it now, use it before the registration goes up, then it'll be even more off for you. So we're really excited to have you guys here to learn more about what's going on with the conference and everything. And we have lots of fun things to share with you. I know that, so I'm the events director, and we have Whitney here, who is our ministry relations coordinator. We have Beth, who's our senior events assistant. We're going to be having some other events assistants coming on, hopefully very soon, and we'll get a whole crew of people ready to help you enjoy the conference. So I did have a quick question to get us started. Whitney, what is the most exciting part of your job in terms of the conference?
Oh, in terms of the conference. Well, I don't know about exciting, but most enjoyable for me would be just the relationships that I get to build with outside organizations, within our organization. I primarily this year for the conference have built a bridge between us and other organizations that partner with us for sponsorships and for our exhibitor hall. So it's fun to meet them via email and then get to go and meet them in person. There's something about just putting a name to a face that's really fun, especially as a mostly virtual ministry. I mean, Nikki and I were together this last week in a unknown location.
We'll find out together.
Maybe for next year's conference, I don't know. But that was the first time we've been together since 2022 when we were in Boca Raton. And so we see each other on a regular basis on, virtually, but to be together in person, really, that's what it's about. So that's exciting and also the most enjoyable part of my job. So.
And Whitney is hinting at the fact that we went to next year's conference location to scout some things out and learn a little bit about where we're going. And I'm not going to tell you where it is, but if you come to the conference, you'll be some of the first to know where we're going and what some of our new plans are for the conference. So we're very excited, especially because we were there and we did have lots of people who kept asking us, why are you in town and things like that. And we're like, how much can we tell you without spoiling surprises? So it was really exciting. And so it'll be really good to see everyone there in person too. And so Beth, tell us, you are our local Texan. So tell us some great reasons for why we're going to be in Texas.
So like for local things to do, or why you should just come to Texas for the conference?
Both. But we're really excited to be in Texas. And so I know it's very centrally located. So what are some things that you've pinpointed that make it awesome that we're going to be there?
So it is in a really great location. You're super close to the airport. So if you're flying in, it's not like you have to fly in and then drive 45 minutes or an hour to get to wherever you're going. They're super close to the airport. Grapevine is got tons to do. There's a real big popular mall there. Lots of local fun places to eat and hang out. We have some really good hotels that are offering to partner with us as well. So they're close to the venue and the airport as well. I think it's the Hampton Inn. They're giving a discount on a limited number of rooms. So if you haven't booked your room yet, give them a call. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. And Texas is just big. Everything's bigger in Texas. So we're going to have a big time down here. And you should grab all your friends and come on down.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about how many people come and they'll ask us about group rates or things like that. But then also how many people talk about like, we're getting the whole crew together, or a bunch of people. I've heard some people saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm coming from Florida. They're coming from California, and we're just like all of us like converging on, the whole like make it a ladies' weekend. Bring all your friends, come together, enjoy the fun, that kind of thing." And I think it'll be awesome.
I think a lot of our followers are in Texas. So this is just a good opportunity to meet a lot of people. But everybody needs to come to Dallas. I mean, it's on your checklist. You know it is. So just come on and check it out.
Well, and it's funny. I was looking at our registration yesterday, and almost 50% of our registrants are from Texas. Yeah. So not necessarily just that area, just the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but are in Texas in general. So just really exciting about, all of that and trying to figure out where we're going and what we're doing there. And so Whitney, you mentioned that you handle like our sponsors and our exhibitors and things like that. Can you give us a clue about who we might, or at least like what kinds of organizations we might see there?
Yeah, so the real goal for sponsors and exhibitors is to give our attendees next steps options. So we're only together once a year. We can only equip you so much in one conference. So you come, you're excited, you learn about all of these things. So what's next? And so we're really intentional about the organizations that we partner with, that they have an alignment of our faith and a statement of faith and position statements, and also that they have just things that they provide to give you for the day-to-day. So we have seminaries that are coming that have apologetics departments. We have young adult ministries. We have, let's see, I'm trying to think. People with their own curriculum. We have, let me pull up my list. I want to make sure I have everything. I mean, all of our speakers will have tables. We have Brave Parenting, who's partnering with us this year, again, who is going to equip you in how to really parent your children in this culture. We've got Summit Ministries, who's going to have a luncheon. So if you want just a list of all the people that are coming, you can go to our conference website. On our website, you click on conference, and then if you scroll down to our exhibitors and our sponsors, each exhibitor has like a circle button. If you click on that circle button, it'll take you to their website to learn more about them. I would talk about all of them if I had the chance, because I just love them all. But if you go there, you can actually get all of the information you would want about them so that you can go visit them. And the other fun thing that we do at our conference is we give you a little bingo card when you come in your registration bag, and it has all of our exhibitors and our exhibitors on it. And then as you visit the table, they'll sign off that you've been there, and then that card will enter you into a giveaway. So,
and the giveaway is like stuff from all the sponsors. Like they've contributed to this basket that you get of all this cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we have the most amount of sponsors this year that we've that we've had in the past. And I think you all are just going to enjoy talking with them and learning what they have to offer for you in the day-to-day after our conference. So
yeah, definitely. It's funny because this is a screenshot of like our trip planning page, and it's got the different areas that are around the church where we'll be, so that you can see, okay, well, these have, restaurants or activities or, things like that. And if you look at that top menu up there, it tells you information about speakers, schedule sessions, and ways that you can promote too. You can go onto that promote link there, and it gives you like digital stuff you can download to share on social media and things like that. We will be at 121 Community Church, and the address is there on the screen, 2701 Ira East Wilds Avenue, Grapevine, Texas. And so if you live in the area, that's easy. Just stick it in your GPS. If you're flying in, there are hotels that we have partnered with. I know Beth mentioned them, the South Lake Hotel in the Hampton. That's on our website too. So if you go on there, if you click the link that's on our website, it automatically connects you to the discount that they've given us. So you won't have to call or anything like that. There are, if you do call, you mention the Women in Apologetics Conference, and they can get that for you. But otherwise, you can go just to the link on our website. So basically everything conference related, you can just find on the website and get more information about it. But if you do have questions, you can put them in the chat here, and we'll do our best to answer them. I know we've got Faith has asked if we could come to the Chattanooga area next. What's interesting is that most of the churches and venues that we have been connected with have been through our followers. So even the church that we're going to now, it was a connection that we had with an individual, and they connected us with their pastor and women's ministry leader, and then we worked from there. So if you know of an area where you would really love for us to come, contact us and contact the local church where you attend, or a church that would be a good fit. And then you never know what will happen from there, because most of our contacts happen that way.
So she's not saying no, Faith.
Just saying maybe, just maybe.
See what we can do. Okay, so Beth, share a favorite story from a past conference.
Oh my. So I always love all of them, because it is our time to get together face to face with people that you talk to every day or every week. But just being in a room, I'm an extrovert. So I just feed off of being around everybody. Boca Raton was very exciting. I didn't know that it rains in Florida just a lot. And sometimes it'll just rain for 20 minutes, and then we go about our day like it's never rained. And so one of my funniest memories is being caught out in a rainstorm in my dress trying to decorate for the Women in Apologetics. I think we were calling it a dessert soiree or something that year. And so it was fun, but it was fun to do life with my people, my volunteers, and how we just made it happen and dried out, and we still had a great conference. And so that's kind of some fun things.
I remember you coming in the room, and you were just like dripping.
Drowned rat. Drowned rat. But it just came out of nowhere.
That's Florida. That's Florida. It'll be raining on this side of the road and sunny on this side of the road.
Yeah. People had told me that, but I didn't believe them. But I believe them now.
Yeah.
Well, Whitney, I'm sure you got a story too.
I mean, I have a story. I noticed Nikki's like, what's your favorite story? And with Beth and not with me. I actually found out I was surprise pregnant before our Boca Raton conference. And so I have hard pregnancies. I throw up the whole pregnancy. And so my job at that conference was actually, I was upstairs in the production booth with Jade Turner, who's on our team as well. We were running the live stream and all that up there with a production team. So it was me, her, and a bunch of guys up there. And I was so sick. So I would sit there, I was curled up in a blanket, and I would, all of a sudden, they would just hear me gag out of nowhere. It was silence, and here I would gag, and then they'd giggle, and then we'd move on. So, a little bit embarrassing, but that's
the things we do to make these conferences happen. That's why
this is the behind the scenes. Like, we come as we are, and you get us how we are.
It's funny because I keep thinking like, yes, it's just a lot. We just do what we got to do to make it happen. But at the same time, those are things that stand out to our memory, as like, but of course you might change that if you could, but at the same time, there's just something like we experienced this all together and we were, there. In fact, one of my favorite memories is, so I've been to all the conferences from the very beginning online initially. The very first one that I attended was the one where I met you lovely ladies in Boca Raton, 2022. And it was my first one in person. And so I was so excited that I was just giggly at like every little thing, and just so excited to be around all these ladies that had been participating with WIA and putting names to faces, like Whitney mentioned earlier, like being able to actually have been talking to this person. Now I get to see them in real life. And it was just so exciting. I was excited to meet the speakers and speak with them and then just to be around everyone. And half the time I had no clue what was going on because I was still learning how the events team and everything worked, but still had no clue most of the time what I was doing. I was just so excited to be there and learning and growing. And, and so I just remember Rachel, our president, who reached out to me afterwards, and she's like, what did you think? And, are you interested in sticking with the events team? And I was like, I don't even know. What I'm going to do. I was like, I'm just so excited to be part of everything and to be with all these ladies. And so it was such an encouragement to someone who was fairly new to the team to like be involved and be excited and participate. And then having grown so much since then, that has been a way for me to encourage other people to join our team and participate, because you just never know what's going to happen and what's coming next, and just participating with that. We have Amy McKnight, who asked, would there be a possibility to share a room or be paired up with a roommate? So we don't organize roommates like that, but we do have a fellowship page on Facebook, and many women have found a roommate that way. They just go onto the page and just say, hey, I'm going to the conference. Really exciting. I'd love to find a roommate there. And it can be a little nerve-wracking because you're on Facebook. I mean, it's a public platform. And so you just have to be discerning with that. But we don't actually partner anyone up, but there is a way to find out if you post on there, who all's going and get to know each other a little bit that way. So the very first time that I went, I roomed with someone that I had never met in person as well. So it can happen like that, and you end up developing great friendships. And
well, that's how it is with our team, though. I mean, yeah. Beth and I had not been in person until that conference, and we were rooming together. And so it's almost like you don't know what to expect, right? And when it's like you've been friends, but it's different when you room together, right?
Right. Right. Somebody. And Amy, I would say even if you doesn't work out where you find a roommate, I still come and let us know. Talk to us on Facebook. We'll all be there. So we'll be there a few days early, and we'll be on the lookout for you so that you don't have to feel like you're walking into this space alone. We'll be there and to greet you. I'll meet you at the door, show you around, introduce you to some folks.
I was going to say our conferences are really designed so that you get to know people there. We have this year we call it Cookie Expo. It's really a fellowship time that you can go visit the exhibitor tables, but you also are getting to know the people around you. And I guarantee if you come, you will leave with good friends.
Yeah.
It happens because you're there to learn and grow together. So yeah, I would encourage you as well. Come, even though it's uncomfortable and you're like, I don't know anybody. You will meet people. You will find your people. That's what we hear over and over is I came and I found my people. Just women that are excited to learn and grow in the Lord. So.
Yeah, I think every year there's been feedback like that. Like I've been reading through feedback forms to know, okay, is there some ideas that people have that we need to take advantage of, things like that. And every single one has had people who've said that, who they came, they weren't sure what to expect. They weren't sure what they were getting themselves into even, but they just knew that someone had told them that this was an excellent event that they should attend. And they'd come and leave and say, I found my people. Like this is exciting because I'm at home asking questions and then don't have someone who can answer them for me, or I am excited to dive deeper and I haven't found another, a small group of ladies who want to do that same thing. And so just kind of feeling a little afloat and wanting to grab on somewhere. And so it's been really exciting. We've even seen relationships where there was a lady who came and said, I would love to find someone that I can mentor. I'm at an age now where I want to kind of pour into a younger generation. And another lady who came and said, I would love to find a mentor here, and connected them together. And they come every year to the conference. That was several years ago. They come every year and spend time with each other virtually outside of the conference. So how exciting is that? Like that's like a continuing relationship. And we have ladies where that kind of stuff happens all the time, where there's connection that's made. We had a couple who, they were an older couple, but they had just gotten married. Like they had lost their previous spouses, got married to each other. They came at the tail end of their honeymoon. They came to the conference. Just super sweet, super cute. And stuff like that, where you're thinking, it's just the purpose is building relationships, being able to, for our ministry to educate, equip, and encourage women in Christian apologetics, and just really exciting to see when that's actually happening, like when that's actually taking place.
You also might be at the pool at your hotel and happen to have dinner with Katie Faust. You just might, and then think that she's your best friend, and you might fight over the best friend title, like me and Beth have since 2022. So Katie, if you're watching, shout out. We're still fighting over you.
I'm still your best friend.
We do make time for speakers to interact with our attendees and for you to be able to get to know them a little bit better, to be able to answer questions, ask questions to them, and have the opportunity to just interact with them where you wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. And so we've had some great experiences with ladies who are coming. In fact, Nancy Piercy, who is, she's an author, she's a professor, she's absolutely brilliant. I'm very excited to meet her in person and to be able to hear from her. She's got such a brain for research and things like that. And I would love to learn better how she thinks in that way. And then we've got Krista Bontrager, she's theology mom and also the co-founder of Center for Biblical Unity. She's going to be there speaking on biblical justice. And
Monique will be there too.
Monique will be there as well. Yeah,
not speaking. Monique will come.
Yeah, she's going to be at their table. And we have Alicia Wood from Apologetics Inc., who has spoken on a number of difficult apologetics topics. She's speaking on the hiddenness of God, and just a really, we've tried to make sure that we've got a lot of topics that are really important to those who have attended before, especially who've seen, man, I would love for you to cover this thing, and stuff like that. Can you guys think of anything that it was like, this was the topic that really hit me on this one year, or, something like that really stood out to you?
I mean, all of them. Every time. I mean, I remember sitting again in the production booth, and Laura Powell was teaching that year, and the way she taught about her topic, I was like, well, dang, I've never thought of it that way. And Katie's topic about children's rights and the natural family that God put into place, and that, all of that, I can think just topic after topic where you're sitting in it, you think about it, and then they start talking about it, and you're like, oh, maybe I didn't know as much as I thought I did.
Yeah, I agree. I don't always get to sit and listen to all of them, but I mean, I like how they're all approachable.
Yeah.
Even after, like, I mean, I've gotten to sit and listen to everyone's talk, but I could stop them in the hall and chat with them, or I was breezing in and heard you say this, and what were you? And they will tell me, and that's neat. That's not always something you get when you go to big conferences and stuff. And so
Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
I do like about our conferences, is that our speakers are all approachable, and they're not just there to talk on the stage and then go hide off away. They're there to pour into ladies. So that's cool.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, that they're very enthusiastic about making sure that they have spent time where our attendees can come and speak with them as well, and get to know them a little bit, and just learn a little bit more from them, even than what they had in the breakout. I remember thinking that I've been learning so much, and I've been gleaning from all these books and things like that. And then I came, and there were some ladies there where I'm like, I haven't even scratched the surface. Like, I'm figuring out what I now know, what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, all these things where I'm just like, what do I know? I don't know. If I don't know something, I don't know. So just feeling a little bit like, wow, there's so much to this, and so much where you're not going to reach the end of what you can learn, and what you can and what you can discover from more reading, and from pouring into each other. Even like learning from each other has been really good as well. So we have a couple of little special things, I think, this conference too. I think one of our sponsors is offering a luncheon to help you learn a little bit more about their sponsorship, and we have some that are that have lots of information that they're bringing that you can take with you. We'll have registration bags. They'll be full of goodies from some of our sponsors and from us to learn more and take with you. And then you'll have that bag. You can carry anything else that you gather from tables and things like that. And then we'll have a conference T-shirt that the first 500 registrants will get a T-shirt. And then we have one ministry that has donated books for the first 500 people. And so we have lots of little goodies to go along with all the learning and the growth. So, and plenty of time for us to socialize with one another. So is there anything you guys can think of that is like, this is a thing that you want to leave our ladies with to encourage them to register before the 31st?
Oh, I was going to mention the free books. I mean, I'm motivated by free stuff. So if you want if you want a free gift bag with things inside of it, our sponsors, some of them are going to put in bag inserts. So you never know what they might do. There might be magnets, there might be stickers, there might be books, and so you won't know. And so if you want to be a part of that first 500 registrants, I would say register as quickly as possible, because we see historically in our ministry, as we're watching registration numbers, the last like 6 weeks, everybody's like, oh, I got to register. I forgot. So yeah, get your registration in. But just as an encouragement, like if you're kind of on the fence, is it worth it? I know it probably seems like, oh, they're biased. They work for the ministry, or they've been a part of the ministry. We have been a part of this ministry as long as we have, because we are passionate about this, and we want people to experience just the encouragement and the love that you're going to experience there, because it's not just being about equipped. It is, but it's an all-encompassing experience, and that's why we don't necessarily offer live stream every year, because we want you to come. We want you to be a part of it with us. So.
Right, for sure. Yeah, and we have that coupon code. I'll put it on the screen again. It's WIA QA10, WIA QA10. So that's a $10 coupon off for registration, special for all of you out there listening to us today. And then we'll have this aired on Facebook as well. I had some issue with getting it situated earlier for it to be live on Facebook, but I'll post it on there so that we can include some of those ladies as well. And then Beth, did you have something?
I would just encourage you, if you're on the fence, just buy the ticket. Because you can think of 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't come, or why you're too busy, or why you can't get a sitter for your kids, or why it's nerve-wracking leaving your husband there to take care of everybody for a weekend, but you won't regret it. You won't. may have some extra laundry to do because hubby couldn't do dishes and laundry and kids, or you may have some work to catch up on because you had to leave it alone for the weekend, but you won't ever leave regretting that you came.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah, I totally agree with that completely.
just do it. Buy the ticket first. Don't do it all at once. Buy your ticket, book your hotel next month, and start saving. You're spending money.
That's right. And then come and learn, special announcements like what's going on in 2026. You can be some of the first people to know what's happening and where we're going and who's coming and all that. Because I will tell you, we already have some contracted speakers. We already have some things situated. We already have some plans in place. So we're really excited to announce them to you, but you have to come to the conference first. So we will hopefully see you all there. Use the coupon code to register so you get that $10 off. And it goes up on the 31st. So make sure to register before then. We're so excited that you joined us today, and we look forward to seeing you in September.
See you there.
Bye.